exciting augmented reality project that I think speaks about how museums can incorporate immersive storytelling into their exhibitions. And it's a great use case. I do want his, after he explains it, how he imagines the sort of the hardware platforms moving forward. But for right now, let's find out about the Natural History Museum London project by Saola Studios. Thank you very much, Florent.
You're welcome. I would like to make this presentation is in three parts. Can you see my screen, right? Sorry, let me check again. All right, it's not, where is my presentation? It has left. Okay, that's fine. You can see my screen, right?
Correct. We see
All
it.
right.
Yes.
If you don't mind, I will quickly present Saola Studio, how we have funded it. The two first projects we have already done, one in Paris, one in north of France. And then I will make the focus on Visions of Nature that's open in October, last October in London, right? So we funded the studio in 2020 with Jérémy Frey. He's a director, he's a film director, documentary film director. And the idea of the studio was really to try to imagine from the film industry some high-level storytelling project using the new technologies, mainly augmented reality, and I will explain why. When I say augmented reality now, it's also called mixed reality, but I want to let you know that we mainly used the Hololenses too, which are glasses and holographic elements on it, which allow to put a lot of assets onto reality. And actually, everything I've started, so the mixed reality, you're all aware about the differences between VR and XR, I guess. So VR, you are stuck in a headset, and using some glasses like the one you can see on the picture, it's more open. You can see through your eyes and elements that are created as on the reality you can see, and it's more open and it's more easy to share an experience with some other people. So we created the studio with a team of people with different backgrounds. I'm a film producer, and I'm still a film producer. Jérémy is a film director, as I said. Eric Boisteau, our managing director, is coming more from exhibitions background. We do have a scenographer with Camille Duchemin. Rémi Dupuis is an author and a naturalist, because we create a lot of content around natural history museums. And we do have a 3D team and a developer team directed by Paul Gaston. So our first project is named Revivre, have been created in the beautiful Gallery of Evolution in the National History Museum in Paris. It has opened in 2021. Since then, we have welcomed more than 160,000 visitors. It's good to know that the project we have created so far are not a temporary exhibition. We try to have long-term exhibitions. So this one is open for 4 years now, more than 4 years. It will probably end at the end of this summer for different reasons, but after more than 4 years, it needs to stop. Even so, we are still fully booked. So it's a very good success. It's an experience shared with a lot of people. So each group of visitors are around 6 to 7 and are going through the gallery, discovering extinct species and that coming back to life. Let me share with you the trailer. Sorry, because is it? Sorry. So that's revivre. So in this experience, you discovered 10 extinct species of the gallery, which are really precious because it's really the last samples that still exist on Earth. It's an 11-minute tour of 8 people, as I said. It's only 3D in real time using Hololens 2. And we got, thanks to this project, a lot of communication around that. So main TVs in France, a lot of newspaper and things like this, because it's just opened right after the COVID. And it's a very family experience. Just some figure about the feedbacks of some some study that have been done, some panel. So just to give you the main one, it's really a high level score of overall satisfaction, 8.2 over 10. It just to let you know, it's the highest score they've got, and they always do the same kind of panel. For 90% of the visitor met or exceed the expectation. So we are really proud of this project. It's a project where everything have started around Saola Studio. So just quick overlook of the second one. I will go quickly because I want to present more visions of nature, the last one in London. So this is more about, it's named Grand Large. So it's in an aquarium in north of France, Nazica aquarium. It's an undersea travel in the deep ocean to meet the giant of the open sea. Let me show you the trailer.
Plus besoin de passer des semaines à chercher une bonne voiture d'occasion. Grâce à AutoHero, achetez une voiture. Il est long trajet juste pour trouver la bonne voiture d'occasion.
Just a question. Do you have the sound of the trailer as well, or do you only the video?
We only had the video of the trailer, but it looked beautiful.
All right, that's strange because at the end I want to share another video. I hope you will have the sound as well. So that's Grand Large. So let's go now to Visions of Nature. So that's the last project we developed with the Natural History Museum in London, which is one of the largest in terms of visitor, and it definitely the oldest. And and we've got lucky because head of the museum discovered Revivre in Paris, and then we've been in touch to try to imagine and develop a new project with them. We went there to try to look for a dedicated new experience, because each time we develop a project, we try to imagine something new. And with, of course, the sites, we try to co-develop and co-produce the project with the institution we work with. So we went in London, and they were really want to focus on the new issues around climate change, erosion of the biodiversity. So we tried to imagine something. And we went around the building, which is a really beautiful building. And then we discovered a new part, which is named the Darwin Center. And arriving there, we discovered the jars and the old collection, which really was in contrast with the new building. And we feel like feeling in a way in the future. And we said it could be really interesting to discover what the future will be, and to try to make people more aware and to know about the issues and the perspective. Now we do have a lot of studies thanks to IPCC and things like this. So we try to imagine a project where people will be in 100-year time, in 2125, and then they will see through the glasses a world tour of different ecosystem, and they could discover how the evolution of some ecosystem and some landscape could be. And then we imagine visage of nature, like a magic tour where the HoloLenses can transport you to the future. So we present there 12 species in around 12 different ecosystems, forest, highlands with the sea level rising, the corals reef, things like this. And we imagine each one a story that can be around one animal that can bring you to discover the ecosystem and the relationship between animals and ecosystems. We wrote the script and developed the script with the NHM, with the scientists there. It took us about 6 to 7 months to write the script, to develop the project, and then about 5 more months to develop the content and implement everything in the HoloLens. We developed everything from A to Z. And I want to show you what I presented in the last presentation we have done, because we do have some example of the way we worked. And so the trailer. I want to make sure you've got the sound, because if you do not have the sound, that's could be an issue. Let me share if it's in the sharing settings. Just partager l'audio. Okay, I need to check something. All right, that's good. Oh, I need a password to share the audio through Zoom. Do you have it, or is it my password? That's fine. That's fine. It was only my computer password. I want to share the trailer, and then after the trailer, Kate from the NHM and myself will let you know more about the way we create all the content and how it worked. And right after, I will answer your questions about the project.
Once the experience was complete, we had 8 stories which covered a range of geographic locations around the globe, a range of different habitats, different taxonomic groups in terms of the species that we were showing, and also a range of threats and solutions for those ecosystems. I'm now going to talk you through some of those stories and the benefits of mixed reality. Firstly, mixed reality is great at bringing objects to life. Natural history specimens can be quite lifeless and static and sometimes hard to interpret, particularly if they are partial skeletons or species preserved in spirit. In our Narluga scene, we have a replica narwhal tusk, and in the virtual scene, this lifts up and the full animal is created from that and then swims off into the scene to become part of the story. This really helps visitors to picture how the animal looked in life and also to have a meaningful encounter with that species. Mixed reality also enables a shared experience between visitors. In our Darwin frog scene, each visitor gets their individual box with a Darwin frog inside that then they can release from captivity. So each visitor can put their hand out on the ledge here, a frog jumps into their hand and they can look at it and then release it into its urban environment. But they can also see their friends and family that they visited with having the same experience around them and they can react collectively to that. This creates really lovely shared memories and enables further conversation after the experience.
In Saola Studio, we always start from scratch. We're building every animal, every tree, every element, the fireflies from zero, making the modelization first, then all the ringing, which mean the bones to make sure you have the connections, and then the animation, which takes a very long time. We work on such software where you can have the elements in 3D that will be replaced in the reality by things we will build. For instance, here what you see is some trees, and the blue parts are the building itself. And you will see the Colugo arrive on the trees up here. So the Colugo, you can see it in the Hololens, and the rest of the tree have been built in reality in 3D printing. And this combination of the reality and the 3D assets will create the mixed reality and really the interest of what we have done in London.
Another benefit of mixed reality is really immersing visitors in the world that you're creating. For example, in our scene with the fireflies and colugos, fireflies lift up from the specimens in the case beside me and they fill the room, and the visitor is encouraged to look all around them as the fireflies twinkle around the room. This, combined with the set works, the lighting, the soundscape and the voiceover, really transports visitors into the future world that we were creating.
Another way of working with wireframes, the crab is arriving on the beach and breaking a coconut during the scene the people can see. All you can see here are the 3D elements we have created, and then we put it into the HoloLenses to make the reality on the set, which is in NHM really.
Finally, through the technology of the headsets, mixed reality allows visitors to interact with the story that they're seeing. In our coconut crab scene, visitors can reach out and release a crab from the plastic that's become entangled in.
Point your finger at the plastic. And there, freedom.
This was really important for Visions of Nature because we wanted people to feel part of the future that we could create.
The last step when we have finished the 3Ds and the animation is to develop all the software and the integration. We use Unity as a software to put in the HoloLenses too, that allow to mix and to synchronize and also to create all the interactions. So Paul, our developer, is developing and coding to have an interaction with your hand, because the HoloLens have the ability to recognize the hands. So when you point something, or when you make your palm up, or when you do something, you can have an interaction with the animation. It's really interesting because it makes people more involved in the story. When you can have an impact of the story, it makes the story more stronger and better. And then it's really important also with Visions on Nature and for NHM and Saola to make people involved in the story, because we are talking about the loss of biodiversity, we are talking about climate change, and this is something people need to act today. Since the opening, we have welcomed more than 45,000 visitors, and we are really proud because we do have a lot of very positive feedbacks from the audience. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. And just lastly, I want to explain a bit more the way we co-develop and co-produce our project. For each project I presented, we invested in it. So we develop everything, all the content, everything you have seen, and we finance it. And then working with the site, with the museum, which is bringing the communication, the location, plus the staff, we share the investment and we also share the revenues. So for instance, in London, we invest like 400,000 euro into the project, and then we do have some part of the revenues. And because the project will last for at least 2 years, we will hopefully get some benefit from it. And it's exactly what we have done in Paris, and because it's also have last longer than expected, so 4 years, we definitely have been profitable. So this is, I think, a very good, it's a win-win project, because it makes the sites invest less, and we know that the cultural sites and museums and do not have always the resources to produce such projects. And for us as a studio, of course, it's risky, but because we believe in our project and we do have time, and it's a very large and important institution, we are quite confident that we can get the revenue back. And it's really helped to develop such project, because if you are looking for $1 million for a project like this, sometimes it's really hard to develop it. But if you share the investment and then the audience with the price of the ticket is financing it, it's, I think, make it easier to develop. So of course we are open to not co-produce, and if a project is arriving, right now we are working in the US with a non-profit institution that develop and try to make people more aware about benefits of geothermy. And we're developing VR project and augmented reality project with them. Probably they will finance it, and we are happy to do so, but we are also happy to co-develop and co-produce some new projects. Maybe we can have the last minute for different questions.
So Robin White Owen writes, your work is beautiful. You've taken visitors into the ancient past, into an environment they cannot possibly endure, and into the future. Where are you taking them next? And how will your future projects be funded?
So right now there is something that we changed for Saola, because the HoloLens 2 we do love, and we have developed our 3 main projects around that. Even so, we develop VR as well. I've stopped. So Microsoft have stopped to sell this this headset. Probably we will go around new technologies. Meta is developing some of them, but right now we have identified a very interesting device a Chinese one, X-Real. And this is a really good device to still using glasses. And right now we would love to develop some projects in the US, and we do target in Europe too.
No, they're wonderful things. I mean, the HoloLens was particularly good at mixed reality, as you said. I thought it was better than the Magic Leap 2. There was a wonderful Ryuichi Sakamoto performance, which you may have seen, that used the Magic Leap 2, and I thought that was quite credible. I think also in some of the glasses, the audio is not, the audio that comes from glasses is not as good as so you need to have headphones as well, or have, in the case of the Ryuichi Sakamoto, the audio coming, everyone's sharing the same experience at once, and the audio is from the room. But yes, I do think that that's the big question, is what hardware will be the way forward for projects like yours, because your standards are so high. I mean, you know, the work that you, I haven't seen it in the HoloLens, but as shown, it's evidently really superior visuals and graphics, and you really need a good platform to sustain that and to present it to an end user audience.
Couple more questions, really about sharing links. Florent, if you can share links to the trailers in chat.
Yeah, Eric just did it. Eric, working with me, is connected as well. And he just shared the links of the trailers in the chat.
Okay. And also a link to the dev commentary video as well. So I guess I don't see them, but maybe others do. So that's fantastic.
We haven't uploaded it. You mean the video I just shared? We haven't put it.
Okay. Okay.
We will do so. We can do so. If you can maybe just give the contact of the attendees, we will send an email with all the details.
Yeah. What I would suggest is if you can put your email in the chat, and then
sure.
people can send you a direct request. That would be best.
I put the two emails.
Great. Thank you very much.
And Florence, this is Suresh. I have a quick question. Do you have a licensing model business with you? Any out of the box solutions which you can license to some experiences?
You mean for the content or for the software?
Yeah, content, for the content.
Right now, we do have it. For each project, we are ready for a tour. The easiest one to touring or to license is definitely Visions of Nature, because we built a dedicated set. So the design and the set are ready to be deployed, because the one in Paris is really onto the gallery, so it's not really easy to license. But the one in London, yeah, and the NHM and us are ready to tour it. So it just need to have the design as a set design adapted, and some new devices to make it run.
Understood. Okay, thank you.
And regarding the question about the audio, I do agree it's not perfect, the speakers, but at least it's sometimes better to not get headphones, because it's more open, and at least you can share with your family or relatives. So it's not that bad to get the speakers, because it's more open, and for some children that want to discuss with the parents, sometimes it's also easier than just to be stuck in headphones. Sorry.
No, it's a very good point. Very good point.
But I agree, it's not very high quality. So you prefer to have headphones, but then you are more like in a bubble.
Yeah. Which is the whole virtual reality thing that you react against as well. I mean, I think the Apple Vision Pro is wonderful as video pass through to feel. I mean, you can walk around with a Vision Pro on, but you do also feel sealed off just because of the way it covers your face. So and the mixed reality and Apple Vision Pro is, but it also the price point is just impossible in terms of a public setting. You know, that you have to make back so many thousands of dollars just in hardware. That's really not where you want to be going at that price point. I think the future is in the X-Real and the Metas and the things like that and what they can pull together.
I do agree. Even so, the HoloLens 2 was the same price to Vision Pro. So to be honest, we paid them in Paris and it cost a lot. But yeah, now it will be better because it will be cheaper and probably better in the near future.
Yeah. Are there any other questions? This has been a wonderful. Nick? I can't hear you.
Apologies.
Oh. Well, I guess.
Oh, well. C'est le fin. C'est le fin. Très bien. Florent Gilard, really beautiful. And I'm glad we got the audio on that last piece. Just gorgeous work. And Michael, thanks for bringing Florent in. And I don't think we have anyone for 2 weeks from now, August 7th, but we're working on it. Michael, do you have an update?
No, we're working on it.
Okay, so it may not be as cool as Florent, but we will try. We will try. And many thanks. And thank you everyone who attended. As always, we recorded this. It will be shared through LinkedIn, and so look out for that. And also, once again, want to thank Michael. So we'll see you in 2 weeks. Until then, be well, be safe, and be virtual. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks a lot.
Good luck with your game.
Oh, we're winning 3-0. We're doing well. Yeah, bottom of the second. Take care, everyone.